What's up, guys? It's your boy Charles with Black and Blue TV. Just want to say a special thank you to you guys that are viewing my shorts. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate the feedback. And I'm going to be coming out with more content, especially in regards to the playoff matchups this Sunday for the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship, as well as some of the offseason moves and also trajectories for the NFC East teams, such as the Cowboys. The Commanders, and also the Giants. Not the Eagles yet because they're playing this Sunday in the NFC Championship. And best of luck to them. Honestly, best of luck. I mean, they proved that they're the number one team this year, through in and throughout the season and throughout the playoffs. Definitely not mad at them. Hopefully they will win it all and represent the NFC East in the Super Bowl. And another championship to this division, guys. Even though it's not our team, the Cowboys, it's okay. It's hard work collectively for all the teams. But what I wanted to focus on today was the Dallas Cowboys actually will have the 26th pick in this upcoming draft. And I think that our biggest needs right now, definitely wide receiver. We definitely need a number two. I understand that we just signed T.Y. Hilton late in the season. Actually had a short on why we didn't sign him in the beginning of the season because I thought that would be probably a little bit more helpful as opposed to getting James Washington. But nonetheless, he's still on the team. I still think that we need a clear number two. Simply because if we're able to draft another wide receiver and be able to develop him, let's face it, Semi Fehoko and Jalen Tolbert, they're not panning out. They're not grasping the offense fast enough. And I believe that we need some type of receiver that can stretch the field. That's a huge deep threat. And, probably I would say a receiver between 6 feet and 6'3", maybe running between a 4.45 and a 4.3 40. Somebody that could stretch the field. I know there's some people that can run 4.2s, but not a lot. But, around that range. And what I do know is that this year CeeDee Lamb is a certified number one receiver. He's definitely proved it. I think he was snubbed from the All-Pro team. That's just my personal opinion. I know receivers put up better numbers, but, the numbers that he put up with two quarterbacks and Dak Prescott being out for the majority of the season and him receiving passes from Cooper Rush, definitely shows his talent and, his wherewithal as a receiver. And the fact that he doesn't complain. He doesn't really complain, and that's what I like about CeeDee Lamb. And I think somebody next to him, other than a Michael Gallup or, a T.Y. Hilton or what have you, would be very beneficial for him because let's say if we have a receiver that could stretch the field, are they going to double the fast receiver? Or are they going to double CD? Because let's face it, CeeDee Lamb in one-on-one coverage is a beast. He's unguardable. I think he's up there with Justin Jefferson and those guys. I really do. Because the fact that he had over 100 receptions and I believe around 1,400 yards, yes, his average was a little low, but those are the routes that he's running. I think in any other offense, his numbers would probably be elevated. Maybe he would have maybe less receptions, like 80 to 90, for maybe 15 to 1,600 yards in certain offenses. But who knows? Also, I think another need for the Cowboys is definitely offensive linemen. Now, I'm looking at our right side of the offensive line, and I'm really starting to see the age in, our guys, such as Zach Martin, as well as Tyron Smith. Now, Zach Martin, he's been a warrior for us for the past, I believe, 10 some odd years, 11 some odd years, and understanding that I would love for him to retire a Cowboy, but for Tyron Smith, I think that, the writing is on the wall. He's getting a little bit more injured. He missed this year with that hamstring injury, and also, too, I'm looking at it we definitely need to go younger. Yes, we have Terrence Steele, but, I don't know if those knees are going to be able to, hold him up for the remainder of next season because, he's just coming off injury as well. So there's a lot of holes to fill in the offensive line. I'm really looking at that left side too. I understand that, people want McGovern gone, but we may have to keep McGovern just because the fact that, it was actually beneficial to have him in there. Unfortunately for, Jason Peters, him being 41, I'm not sure if we're going to keep him. I really don't think so. I think we're going to go younger in the offensive line, whether we're going to pick up a free agent or actually draft one. I think we need to draft and pick up one as well. But also, too, I really wanted to talk about. Our defensive line and our linebackers. Now, they say our biggest needs are, DB, wide receiver, and offensive line. I beg to differ. I think it's the defensive line and the linebackers. Guys, let's face it, Anthony Barr was definitely a shell of himself this year. He was slow. He rarely made plays. And we need to get fast at that linebacker position. My thing is, why did we not play Jabril Cox? I think that with him getting more reps, he would be acclimated to this defense, and I would like to see him and Parsons and Damone Clark on the field at the same time. I'd like to see that more often. Let's face it, Leighton Vander Esch, he played a great year, but no, we don't need him anymore. Simply because we need a faster linebacker. Leighton Vander Esch, he's tackling people like 6-7 yards down the field. I really advocated for Roquan Smith because it's night and day between those two. Roquan Smith is a certified middle linebacker. All pro, Pro Bowl, still in his prime. Yes, he would have cost a lot of money, but, I think he wanted to go to a winning team that had a shot at a championship. That's why he went to Baltimore, and Baltimore is going to pay him heavy money now. So I think one of our biggest needs is definitely linebacker. We need to get faster at the linebacker position. Defensive line as well. DeMarcus Lawrence is getting older. I love DeMarcus Lawrence, Love him. But at the same point in time, we have to look at it like, yeah, he took a pay cut for a reason because he knew his production wasn't going to be the same. Yes, we have Dorrance Armstrong. Yes, we have Sam Williams, Dante Fowler as well. Hopefully we're able to keep those guys because I think Dante Fowler is a great addition to our team. He brings along speed. He has a motor like no other. And same with Sam Williams. I think Sam Williams, as a rookie this year, he did okay. But, with some more development, he will become better. But anyways, guys, give me some of your thoughts, some ideas that we may need, at the positions needed, such as like, DB, wide receiver, offensive line, or any positions you can think of. Okay, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the content because I'm coming out with more videos as much as I can. And, I really want us to, deep dive into this offseason because it's very imperative that, we understand what's at stake and who we can get. I'm not going to talk about free agents yet. I just want to talk about, potential rookies, potential guys we can get in the draft. All right, guys, you guys have a great day.